Boy, there you see the two sides stepping out. Who will step off the bench? There are two new faces in town, Philippe Coutinho and Yerry Mina. There's the goal scorers.
Yep. Heckle and Jekyll come out, and best buddies, of course, on and off the field. Yerry and Philippe probably going to see some minutes, maybe.
Need another goal, you think?
The next goal, for certain, will have an effect on what Valverde thinks. But and there again, you know, do you risk a player coming in off the bench and cold claims? Keep them for the weekend? We'll see.
Second half underway. Baptistao for Darder. More an attack look from Espanyol as they need a goal. Baptistao will join Moreno up front. Phil Shane and Ray Hudson with you. Nacho Garcia, Jaime Macias on our Spanish language side. And I think we were saying Ter Stegen in the first half, just by habit. One world-class blonde goalkeeper.
That's right.
For the other.
Excuse me.
We were so focused in on Mascherano. Blinded, I guess. I could blame Rakitic's hair, but Pau Lopez on the other side, very busy.
Certainly, Silason's been very much in his rocking chair, other than that one direct blast.
Headed away by Hermoso.
Yeah, and his defense doing a wonderful job, as is the midfield. Keeping possession is half of that defense.
Off to the near side, Vidal, who's been playing well today for Barca, more than well. Messi in the middle. Off to Iniesta.
Oh, what a ball.
Outside of the boot, caressed into Alba's path, but he can't drop it back, double teamed. Well, the way things stand, Barcelona will be going to the semifinals of the Copa del Rey, but a solitary goal from Espanyol would change that. 1-0 at home on the late goal from the youngster Melendo. 2-0 here, Suárez and Messi, but should Espanyol score again, they would be tied on aggregate at 2, and Espanyol would advance on the away goals. So I'm sure that's something that was drilled into Valverde's head by his assistants, and he passed it on to the team as though they didn't know already.
Yeah, I think they'll have said, yeah, we know.
A third goal makes things a lot calmer.
For sure. And Melendo, of course, sitting on the bench, waiting for his entrance. See if he would haunt Barcelona yet again.
Marc Roca, who came up through La Masia, also looked good off the bench in the first leg. And then they have Sergio Garcia, who has scored goals and caused problems for Barcelona for years. Another player that played a decade at La Masia, but really got his start at Zaragoza and Betis, and then the spotlight at Espanyol. Fans wanted a foul, but none coming. Suárez slow to get up.
Well, you talk about the bench, Phil. I mean, really, for Espanyol, there's some real danger there with fresh legs to come in as Barcelona start to hit the stamina record, and we'll see how they hold on. Third goal for Barcelona, as you rightfully point out, would be a big insurance policy to put this game to bed, but this is what Quique Sanchez Flores was hoping, to keep it tight. That second goal has really stung them, of course. But danger on the bench for Espanyol.
There is danger as well for Barcelona. Paco Alcácer is back. Paulinho, who has been phenomenal in his debut season, and then Coutinho as an attacking option. Suárez does get the whistle this time.
Starting to be a bit sick of it. Naldo's saying there's more of that to come from. You better get used to it. He's had it all game long. WWF. And Barcelona players say final.
Pau Lopez, the 23-year-old, 13 years the junior of Diego Lopez, who came out strong in the first meeting. Messi from an angle.
Yeah, how Lopez knows expect the unexpected here.
Drives it in, glances. Oh! Busquets caught unawares.
The ball comes right off Navarro, Phil. It takes a bit of a deflection from Navarro, and Busquets is not able to react.
Sergio Roberto, but in his lunge, could not keep it in. Granero had a bit of an off game today, the former Madridista. There is Sillissen. Apologies to our Dutch fans.
Absolutely. Hey, he's been absolutely tremendous as well in this King's Cup run, and you're going to be sticking with him no matter what. And he's been a real good soldier for Barcelona. I remember many times at all, Phil, where he's let the team down. Been really tremendous backup goalkeeper.
Change of pace for Batistao. Gets the shot away, but Piqué forced him wide and weak. Now up comes Busquets. Espanyol needs to worry still more about the defense. Off the back of Martin. David Lopez can't get it through. Hustling over Suárez against Hermoso. And a collision deep. Now Luis Suárez has a caution.
And this was really unnecessary with a referee like this gambling. He's had a lot of tug of wars, especially with Naldo, and this is a bit of a payback here, coming right through the player, no intention of playing the ball. Just a bit of a rush of blood there by Suárez. He has that great defending again from Piqué, coming right across and doing his job really well.
Messi, Suárez, and Alba carrying cautions from the first half, and Espanyol would certainly take a huge shot of confidence if they can go a man up, especially if it's Suárez or Messi that exits. Near side throw in Sergio Roberto, and loosening up the lad from Liverpool. Just a brand new dynamic. How is that going to shake up Barca? But Valverde, maybe he should get the title of master chef, because making everything work. Touched away again by Arron. Up the line, Batistao. Piqué rides it out. Again, that thank you to Javier Mascherano emblazoned on the far side of the pitch. Barcelona would like to make sure it's capped off with a victory. They've won this title more than anyone. A long-time rivalry with Athletic. Valverde quite familiar with how they view this tournament, but they've pulled away in recent years and looking for their 30th. Messi, a burst of speed around David Lopez. Gets rid of it in the middle for Suárez. Knocked down, pops up. Up steps Hermoso to spank it back to midfield. Madrid-born youngster spent a dozen years at La Fábrica before moving over to Espanyol this season. Intercepted Lopez. Now Batistao. Tackled away Busquets, but he didn't get it all. Victor Sanchez, the young captain, across the middle, but Iniesta, the old man, is there.
This is a great example of how delicate Barcelona's web of invention is. It's Rakitic who gives a slack ball away right here, and then the blue and whites are off like a teenager in a hot rod. They're stretched out, Barcelona, but Espanyol can't make them pay. But again, it's always the same with Barca. whatever edition you watch, it's risk and rewards, but the passes have got to be pinpoint accurate.
High in the air from Granero. Umtiti comes underneath it.
Good header.
Now Busquets at the top of the box. Rakitic away. Iniesta switches field on the fly. Messi will haul it down. 4 men with him. Espanyol back. Messi himself and just wide.
Then defying logic and defying everything in the game. The way only he can. Sees his targets inside, sees the defence and uses them as his reference point for the inside of the post. And this one is probably going in. Amazingly, this one touched around the post by Pau Lopez. Oh, man. It would have been triggering against the big, white, skinny friend of the goalkeeper either way.
Driven in, cleared away. Back for Vidal. In for Busquets. Barca stretching left and right. And again, that aggregate in favor of Barca, but one Espanyol goal would switch things. Kissed wide by Vidal. Gets it back. It's sliding over quickly at Hermoso. Cut out by Rakitic. Away from Iniesta, Victor Sanchez, who grew up in Andres Iniesta's shadow, casting one there himself. Long ball from Navarro goes awry. Nice check back by Messi. Out comes Pau. Awkward bounce, and he's just grateful to put it into touch. Lopez spending last year on loan at White Hart Lane, but now back to Espanyol. Suárez trying to curl along that offside line. Just trickles across.
Good judgment there by Jordi Alba. I was going to hold up on the line, but he knew better.
Control. Roberto into the box. Tries to blast it through Hermoso.
Good effort to try to find Suárez on that back post, trying to pass it around, and you can see Sergio Roberto felt as if that window had opened for a split second. Just got cannoned off.
Deflected cross, but well covered Espanyol. Quique Sanchez Flores has done a good job getting this Espanyol side composed.
Sure. Yeah, right from the start of the season. I saw them play some wonderful football in defeat, Phil, in defeat.
But that's been the key,
They were
right?
very, very unfortunate and literally just damn unlucky to not get the full points against good teams. Well played.
Messi leaning left, wide for Iniesta.
Magic.
Goes around, then chips it across, but Vidal was in the middle. Then touched Vidal, got away with a little bit of a bump, and they get the ball right back. Talk about impressive in defeat, but too many defeats, Ray. 8 of them. They're 14th in the table.
Sure. Oh, look out!
But right to the magic man. Lopez, the masked man, steals it away. Batistao and Umtiti. One-man roadblock.
Take a look at the touch that he wins this by as well. Wonderful little back heel touch.
Naldo misses it. Navarro doesn't.
This crowd having a serious love affair and a growing one with Umtiti. And yeah, the crowd shouting his name in a very distinctive way.
Minutes remain.
Nice.
Got away from Vidal. Granero again frozen. Oh, trying the behind the back. Down goes Vidal and Granero's tackle. And that should be a card.
Again, no theatrics from Mateo Lajos. It's the presentation of the yellow peril. Magic from Sergi.
Lunged in.
Yeah, leaving his feet as well. That is always going to be an invite for the referees nowadays.
Paulinho getting set to check in, and as impressive as his debut season has been, with Coutinho's arrival, it probably knocks him down a peg. Touchback for Messi. Has Sergi out wide. Looks for Suárez, but Suárez was looking for it too soon. First half rate, Espanyol only 26% possession. Whatever Quique Sanchez Flores said about getting more of the ball at halftime, it hasn't worked. They're down to 16%. And all they need is one shot to go in. Smart play by the Brazilian. Batistão grew up with Neymar at Santos as a youngster, and a very promising player who has never quite caught fire. In for Batistão with Atletico for a while, loaned out 3 times. Says he was bumped by Umtiti. Roberto Diaz says, nice try. Just a push, but
it's a foul. No need for the hands to be on, and was it? Well played, Alex Vidal. Wonderful orchestrator of the first pass, and he was as accurate as one of the old knife throwers at the circus, with his imperious ball into Suárez, getting a very warm reception as he leaves the battleground, as Paulinho gets an even greater response.
Well, this will shake things up a bit. Would imagine Rakitic will slide over to cover that right side. Maybe a bit more of a 4-3-3 look for the final half hour. And chipped into the corner. Sanchez couldn't bring it down. And now, if there is a man you want on your side of your Espanyol, Sergio Garcia would be right up there towards the top of the list.
I'll say, full of threat, ingenuity, still got the pace, the worry, still got the killer touch inside of the box, the ex-Barca man.
.40 goals for Espanyol. Glances down, and Granero can't believe his luck, but then it whistles past. If he brings that down, it's 2v1. One beat and a chant in the stands. Barcelona fans dreaming of a semi-final bid. Now far side. Alba drops it back. Suárez tightroping on that far side line. Cuts to the middle. But Javi Fuego was there.
Tries to play like a cannon 1-2 off of Mark Navarro here, and he nearly gets away with it. Take a look. He knows he's locked up here, so he tries to angle through and nearly gets away with it. Good bit of skill.
Granero will exit, and in comes Garcia. Actually got his start with Barcelona, but only 9 appearances before he moved on. More than a century's worth with Espanyol, their arch rivals. Smart play from Busquets.
Make it sound like it's a failure to play 9 times for Barcelona, Phil.
Especially when you're just a teenager.
There you go, well said.
So 2 jokers on the table from Quique Sanchez Flores. Piqué looming, which means a pass off defensively. Philippe Coutinho loosening up, and he's taking the penny off. It looks like he's about ready to come in from the corner. Just missing the charging Paulinho. Maybe Iniesta. This is about the time of game that Valverde rests him. Although again, Suárez carrying a caution. And I guess one thing, you know, they won't have to play Real Madrid in the semifinals. Titi lets it carry.
Central defenders very assured, rock solid at the back. There's this very expensive footballer and extremely talented footballer is about to make his dream bow.
And in some ways fitting, considering the day, honoring the man that used to wear that number, David Lopez.
Got numbers in the box. Nicely.
Soft touch from Martin.
Good
driven
ball.
across Garcia. The overhead try. Moreno, and he might have taken it off the head of
Fabulous
Batistao.
play by Garcia out wide. I told you it'd be dangerous. Spanish international. Run dictates the pass. Beautiful flight into fabulous territory. And Gerard Moreno goes lovely jubbly and maybe just took the off of the head of the late arriving Sanchez. Easy, Phil, man. He's okay.
Not your shin. Fuego apologizing. I don't think he saw Busquets there, but he did get him. Play on the advantage. David Lopez tries to parry it away, and it is Espanyol ball. Fans maybe wanting a little card for that tackle. They're not going to get it. Philippe Coutinho, the 25-year-old from Rio, making his Barcelona debut for Andres Iniesta.
Well, a poignant passing of the cards, and maybe, just maybe, the passing of the baton of the cerebral dictatorship of Barcelona. But let me add, no matter how good Coutinho plays, and there's great things expected of him, eclipsing this genius, this wonderful pale-faced assassin, is almost mission impossible. But he will certainly want to leave a special mark in his future with the Blaugrana. Started out at Vasco da Gama in his young days before travelling to Italy, of course, and then on to where he got world-renowned acclaim with Liverpool. But we did games for him when he was at this club that he's facing, Phil, for Espanyol, and he showed his razzle-dazzle, certainly, in those few games that we covered. Remember it distinctly. I didn't think that he'd ever fetch the king's ransom that he has done. Can he live up to it?
Well, Javier Mascherano played 334 matches with Barcelona. Iniesta 651 and counting. And Coutinho, number 1.
Looking like a duck taking to water here.
Oh, back for Umtiti.
not overly elaborate with it, keeping it clean and sharp in his early touches. This game still within Espanyol's reach. This tie. And the draw will be made tomorrow.
Correct. Who you got? Valencia looked pretty good. Sevilla under Montella seems to have woken.
Very, very much an improving side, the Sevilla team.
No one's going to want to face Garitano's Leganés.
This is going to the left. Nice ball.
And it will. Fans buzzing. Coutinho bumped. Down he goes. 16 games with Espanyol.
Two quicker feet, the razzle and the dazzle. And it absolutely hypnotizes Victor Sanchez, who steps through.
Sanchez joining Espanyol in some ways in place of Coutinho. They passed in the night as Coutinho went to Anfield. Messi, 1 goal to his name. 2 in the wall, maybe make that 3. Coutinho lurking at the top of the box. Messi going for that corner, but it sails on him. They still have Melendo available, as well as Marc Roca. 2 midfielders. No Piatti today. That would have also caused a few extra problems, but Espanyol still in it. 72nd minute. Flipped on by Messi. Coutinho challenges, but no. And Titi heads it away. Missed by Busquets. Fuego. And then the pass from Sanchez goes awry. In the center, Roberto touched wide for Rakitic. Roberto staying upfield in that central channel. Messi in midair tried to flip it on for Coutinho, but a player down behind the play, and it's Suárez. Garcia in the book. Landing right on the ankle.
Yeah, nothing too malicious in the approach from Sergio Garcia, and certainly not that type of player to really leave it in. The landing is unfortunate as much as anything. As they say, the follow through, he tries to block it. He's not looking at anything else than the flight of the ball, but it's behind Suárez, which certainly raises the suspicion, but I'd be surprised if that player was malicious in that regard.
It did seem to roll the ankle a bit, but
he's taking his hits all game long. Suárez, he's fended off Naldo, and this one was a real stinger.
Again, just part of the game. That's why no real arguments from Suárez or his boss. Sanchez Flores looking on. After this matchup, Espanyol back to league play with a trip to Leganés. Probably not a bad time to take them on. They might still be partying. That's on Sunday. Coutinho, the soft touch, but then a hard one. David Lopez back for Naldo. Busquets back to Naldo. Umtiti, the bump from behind. Still one substitute left for Valverde as well. Yeremina, the debutant, waiting, but you, especially in a match this close, tend not to make defensive substitutions. lunging tackle, not once but twice from Fuego.
Well won by Sergio Roberto after seeing the Brazilian trying to keep the passes going.
Messi just not quite enough, but he might have measured that. Steals it back. Coutinho on it for Suárez. Slapped away. Rakitic, he's denied.
Magnificent. Paul Lopez. This wonderful exhibition of the Catalonia international. Paul Lopez. Messi, if he continues to dance, he gets this, feeds it to Philippe. A beautiful right pass, immediately delivered, and puts it on a golden altar for Suárez, who fills his pants. And Rakitic cannot finish it off because of that wonderful athleticism from the goalkeeper. Brilliant, not once, but twice.
Coutinho from the corner. Umtiti in the air, but it's off his thigh. With the defense pushed forward, a chance now. Garcia. Little touch from Batistao. They'll settle for the throw-in.
Wow.
Fans thought it went the other way, but Mateo Lajos saw a touch. And as you said, he's used to getting yelled at.
A wonderful settlement and instant identifying of the right pass by Coutinho, and a bad miss by Suárez.
Titi knew he didn't have much time.
The first one was a real poor miss by anybody's standards, but there's the Brazilian coffee house tricks coming out there. Beautiful by Coutinho.
Hermoso with the touch. Now flipped into the middle. Batistao.
Well won.
Piqué over the top. Falls for Fuego, but either the push or the hand, one way or the other.
Again, rough as a badger's backside with that finish, Phil, and usually they're systematically struck home. Magic!
Messi held, and that will be a caution.
Again, Messi, incredible run, better balance than a one-legged man trying to stand up in a hammock here. When we look at this again, he draws them in. Look at the blue shirts, beats them, emasculates them, and the only way to stop him is to do this or to net him.
Final 10 minutes approach. Barcelona knows they can't relax. They need a third goal just to give themselves some insurance, some breathing room. Messi measures, delivers, cleared away by Lopez, and a whistle in the box offside. Ray mentioned 16 matches for Coutinho back in his Espanyol days. He came in as a loanee in the second half of the season.
Offside.
He did play a derby against Barcelona.
Take a look at this. Absolutely, astonishingly enchanting, bewitching, bewildering.
On that derby day, Messi even more so. Scored 4 goals to beat Espanyol and Coutinho back on May 5th of 2012. And I think that's probably the day Coutinho said, I want to be on the other side. Up the middle, Messi. 3. Coutinho tries to clear. Actually, Alba escapes, eludes. Paulinho keeps it alive.
Strong.
Now Coutinho back the other way. That draws a round of applause.
I tell you, what is this drawing the round of applause as much as anything is the fact that he's not overly elaborate with it. He's playing it simple when needs, but then when he's got an equation to be solved, he can.
From distance, and not wide by much.
And the electric factory of Camp Nou, always illuminated by Messi.
By a shadow.
The softness of touch, and then the intricacy. Always the head raised and the neck like an owl. The great marks of a tremendous player. Here's another one of them.
Spinning away, Busquets. Of course, Ray, Barcelona famously brought in one Brazilian to try and strengthen this team and build for the future. And in all honesty, Neymar started conservatively as well, although you could kind of sense him pushing at the leash the last couple.
Play.
Coutinho in for Suárez, drives it wide.
Nice little dish-off pass as well by Coutinho, and then he continues his run. Take a look, wanting this ball fed back into feet. And Suárez says, I see you, I don't think I need you.
Ray, Coutinho, a different position, a little bit more interior, a little bit more of a provider than a finisher, but even when it comes to free kicks, he's a pretty good weapon himself.
Oh, I'll see.
Do you see any problems in the dressing room or on the field, as might have been evident with the last Brazilian?
Short answer is to it, not at all. But only time will tell. Certainly his personality doesn't seem as if it's too focused around ego from Coutinho.
Paulinho, touch of modesty himself. Coutinho to Messi, triple teamed, fans whistling, the referee's not. Aron. Rakitic over quickly, but Lopez make that Garcia. Threads it forward. Batistao to the middle. A bump in the box from Alba. No, says the referee. Up quickly Moreno, and it's banged away for a corner. I think he's saying two. You got away with two dives, perhaps.
Well, this was massive threat here. Brilliant breakaway through Batistao. Oh, Phil, this one was really close.
And he could have even called it just outside the box where the contact started. Oh, there is no video review this year. Whipped across. Moreno sends it back the other way.
Bad touch from Suárez again.
Scrambling back Sanchez.
Still living dangerously, Barcelona. Plenty time on the clock. You wonder how much they'll regret that incredible miss of Suárez earlier, Phil, when you see chances like that created from Espanyol.
Now Paulinho's going to go in the book for protesting.
He learned that. You cannot spit your verbals at these Spanish referees like that. And he'll have been warned. Sometimes emotions get carried away. Take a look. There's the pull down, unquestionably.
Take another look.
Quickly enough. But the downstairs, which way we cannot see, is he going down ahead of the touch by Alba? Very close either way.
But again, if that would have been called a penalty, that's how close Barcelona is to being knocked out of this competition.
Certainly is Mateo Lajos in perfect position, looking right down the barrel of that shotgun there that nearly blew, exploded in Barcelona's face.
Ball launched forward. Umtiti again builds a wall, trying to flip it on Batistao, but it falls for Paulinho. Just to give you an idea, in all competitions, Mateo has whistled for 7 penalties this year.
Bad giveaway by Roberto there, thinking he could beat that last defender, could not.
Aron, Piqué. Still one sub, and they have the mighty might, Oscar Melendo on the bench.
Lovely turn, lovely touch, and again.
Paulinho with help out wide, and it is Coutinho. In for Suárez. Poke free Naldo. Coutinho to Suárez. Naldo with an extra swipe.
Now Coutinho is drawing him in, Phil, knowing that that little touch is coming on, and the crowd responding.
Both center
getting
backs.
Naldo a little bit of a rub of his nose in the dew.
Both center backs for Espanyol with yellows right now. Can't afford to get another. 85th minute approaches. Barca holding on to the golden ticket to the semis gingerly.
Just pulled up a little ahead of this pass. Beautiful skeleton key pass this by Coutinho. Here's the danger. There's a push, there's a tug, and then he holds up his arms as if saying, I'm not touching him. I tell you, Phil, that one was close.
They've kept it close. 85th minute, 5 and change to go.
As this game starts to see the end of the full 90 minutes, it's Espanyol, as much as Barcelona, that's really started to come out and threaten.
They leave themselves exposed at the back, though.
I take the chance.
Messi hurdles over Sergio Garcia. Into the middle to Paulinho. Time ticking. 12 shots to 4. 2 goals to none. But as you see the aggregate, 2-1. Final sub getting set to check in. And it's going to be Melendo. Is there magic in the boots again? Hermoso mentioned he's got a yellow. Mateo Laos not eager to pull out another one. And it is going to be for Victor Sanchez. The captain will exit. Passing it off to Pau Lopez for the moment. That double save by the Espanyol keeper just a few moments back, keeping Espanyol in this. Melendo, the 20-year-old homegrown player, started with Espanyol when he was 5 years of age.
He showed his quality in that leg at Espanyol, Phil, with a quality finish.
Tamudo checking the texts. Maybe someone has an answer. It was his debut goal for Espanyol. Quickly back
danger again.
To Fuego. At midfield, a foul, and now Espanyol halfway there. Would guess maybe 3 minutes. 4 would be a luxury to be added. Titi challenging into the corner it goes. Alba just blasts it up the line. Settled by Coutinho, but couldn't control. Navarro double teamed. Fuego back to Naldo. Messi was challenging and he forces the errant pass. Suárez tried to guide it to Paulinho. Busquets over. Slip of the feet by Moreno, giving chase. Rakitic to the middle. Diving header off woodwork. Messi can't beat the post.
Magisterial pass from the Croatian international. This is, again, absolutely amazing. In the passing lane that, again, does not exist. This time, it is found beautifully with a swerving, curving pass that is off the charts by Rakitic, and Messi clangs it up against the goalkeeper's upright. Tremendous diving header, but what a pass was, well, again, kaleidoscopic eyes from Rakitic.
Played back to Pau Lopez. 3 saves on the day for the Espanyol keeper and 1 for his friend. Those, as a goalkeeper, the times where you think nice you might play. Just win. If Messi's header hits the net, Barcelona is printing the T-shirts.
Held up his run until Rakitic could finally adjust and recalibrate himself. And then he detonates a pass that is a work of art.
Paulinho.
Nicely.
To Messi. And also leaning in. Fans want another yellow, and they're not alone. Well, mentioned he's pointed to the spot 7 times, but only 1 red card in league play this season for Mateo.
And then he's just about to have a 1-on-2, and for Messi, there's our Vegas odds that he would have been cashing in on in all likelihood.
Well, they will not get the advantage, but they do get the ball, and they bleed the clock to added time just seconds from now. Roberto for Busquets. They'll drop it back and spin it around. Piqué with Roberto. Little bump, just 3 minutes added. 3 minutes left for Espanyol to find the goal that would move them on at Barcelona's expense. And now someone from the Barca bench has been tossed. And it's Jose Ramon de la Fuente, the goalkeeper coach, who's peeking up above the tunnel. Piqué. Oh, Messi. Or is that Coutinho?
Yeah, take a look at this from the bird's eye view, and again, lucky birds. Messi takes it all into account, sees this ball flighted, an incredible pint of beer into a shot glass. Amazing ball.
Rakitic soars, Suárez settles, Messi drives. 4v4 if they hurry. Fuego trying to slow him down, and does. Messi could just pull it back, and he will. Into the final 2 minutes. Coutinho all the way back for Umtiti.
Oh,
almost. On the turn. The new man, Coutinho, for Rakitic. Tries to return it. Tackled away, it'll be a corner, and Barcelona can chop this down even more. Gomes off the bench, another substitute to bleed the clock. They're almost home.
This crowd absolutely reveling in this cameo debut by Coutinho. His touches, the shrewdness, and the decisions that he's been making. Absolutely fabulous, and they will save some thunderous applause for this wonderful Croatian international. It's had a dynamite game. He bedazzled with his passes. His tenacity is always there. His work rate is always indomitable, indefatigable. But a footballer is he.
Maybe checking to see if they can get tickets to the semi. Barcelona seconds away. In for Coutinho. In the corner, wins another corner. More time off the clock. And that might well do it. The final appearance for Mascherano. The first for Coutinho. It's going to go throw in for Espanyol, 114 yards away. Do they have the time? Gomes back, launched forward. And that is going to do it. Suárez and Messi with the goals. Coutinho appears, and Barcelona stays alive.